This thing has gotten ugly. It has gotten ugly. We'll just start here.
I'm attorney Gloria Allred, and with me is Jenny Ravalo. And Jenny is going to read her statement. Then we're going to show the video. Then I'm going to discuss what our plan of attack is. All right, Jenny?
March 22nd, 2019, I was at the hangar, OC Events Center in Costa Mesa, California, when I met Kubrat Pulev for the first time ever. I was there for the weigh-in. I asked him if we could do an interview for Vegas Sports Daily. He said yes. We did a pre-fight interview. The next day, March 23rd, 2019, after the fight between Kubrat and Bogdan Dinu, I asked Kubrat for a post-fight interview. He said yes. I conducted the interview in a backstage area inside his tent. I started the interview. Mid-interview, he grabbed my face and kissed me. I was immediately shocked and embarrassed and didn't know how to respond. Next, I walked to a table to put my items in my backpack. He grabbed both of my buttocks and squeezed with both of his hands. Then he walked away without saying anything to me and laughed. It made me feel uncomfortable and frustrated that Kubrat Pulev would treat me in such an unprofessional manner. I did not encourage or consent to Mr. Pulev grabbing my face, kissing me, or grabbing my backside. I was there at the event covering the boxing match as a professional member of the press. Kissing a woman on her lips without her consent and grabbing her is not acceptable. Later that night, a friend invited me to an after party. There was an opportunity to interview more fighters, and therefore I decided to go. Mr. Pulev did not join until the very end of the night. He acted like nothing happened, but later at the party, he asked me to remove the kiss from the interview. I did not remove it, and instead I posted it because I wanted people to see what he had done to me. I wanted him to be accountable. I didn't want him to get away with it. What he did to me was disgusting. I felt humiliated. No woman should be treated this way. Mr. Pulev and I were not friends, and we're not in a romantic relationship. He had no right to kiss me. I contacted Gloria Allred because I felt that Ms. Allred could help me impose consequences on Mr. Pulev for what he did to me.
Let's stop right there. You know, I remember when I first saw the video. And it started gaining real traction on Twitter. A friend of mine posted it. I'm going to give him a shout out. Now, you may not like his caption when he says, friend of mine on Twitter, never met the guy. Bro, what the fuck is this interview, man? Laughing my ass off. Pulev is alpha as fuck. Watch till the end. And as you can see, you know, Pulev had it on his mind. It looks like to me, but this is no laughing matter. This shit ain't no joke. When I first saw it, I said, oh, shit. And I was thinking, like, I hope he know this woman. Because in today's day and age, you just can't do no shit like that, man. In no day and age, you should have been able to do no shit. Don't get me wrong, Hank. Listen, I'm glad that my ass is not in this whole politically correct shit where, you know, I can get fired from my job for, you know, saying some shit or joking about some shit that people don't want you joking about, even though comedians do it all the time. But this shit right here, like, you don't do shit like that. You just don't kiss no random ass woman on the face, on the mouth. You just don't do it. And even if they're like your friend, you can't listen, bro. Anyway, let's watch.
I mean, you're amazing to watch. So with that cut, when do you think you'll heal? When do you think you'll be back in the ring again?
Say again?
So with that cut,
See, culturally, over there in Bulgaria where he's from, he's a superstar. And isn't he married with like a girlfriend or something? I don't know. I'm just saying over there culturally, shit is different. I'm not giving him no excuses. The shit is all fucked up. Yeah, people messaging me now. Like, what the fuck?
When do you think you'll be back again fighting?
Oh, zerkal tak problem
Oh, no problem. Just this is boxing, and this is sometimes it's normal.
Okay.
And I think my cutman was very good job, very good work. And after that, I do it strong, and I was more better.
Okay. So if Tyson Fury gets through Tom Schwartz, do you think you should have a shot?
Yes.
Absolutely.
He went right. Man. Now, it looks like to me, well, what we're going to do is we're going to watch this. Well, I'm going to play as much of it as I can for you. And then I'm going to pause and jump in and out because I haven't watched it in full yet. But once I see Mrs. Gloria Allred, this woman right here, you know, she's the one, like, when it comes to, like, women and some shit going down, she's the one that they all call. The Cosby women, motherfucking Miss Jackson, you know, Floyd Mayweather chick. What was the first one? It wasn't Lorena Bobbitt, was it? What was the first one that really, really made her years ago, like 2 decades ago or some shit? Maybe a little less. I forgot what it was. While I pause and we listen to this, I'm gonna go look it up and see which. But basically, listen, when it comes to cases like this, to me, if she would have had a different representative, then I would have been like, all right, yeah, you know. But getting Mrs. Allred, it just looks bad when you get. It's like, you know, like when some shit go down, like in the black community, it gets Al Sharpton. Don't get Al Sharpton. All right, I don't want to see no motherfucking, you know, news conference with them sitting with Al Sharpton. You can get somebody else. I mean, you know, I understand you want to be heard and everything like that. But for example, when it comes to her statement and when it looks like, see, here's the thing. I'm sure she was shocked. And then you got to think, she probably got a boyfriend, a man somewhere. So, you know, if she do, he probably was like, what the fuck, motherfucker? You're going to be pissed. He has every right to be pissed. So people are going to automatically say, like, you know, like, oh, well, look at her. She seemed like she enjoyed it and all that shit. She was, you know, why she ain't say nothing then? Like, get the fuck off of me. You know, or, you know, when she's going to say, one part I did watch it, she's going to say the reason why she posted it is, you know, because she wanted people to see, like, you know. But either way, like, cut and dry, he shouldn't have did it. Like, that's the whole, no matter woulda, coulda, shoulda, he shouldn't have did it. Period. You don't do shit like that, man. So, like I said, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, shit. And then he posted on his, we're going to go look at it later on his Twitter, that they were, like, friends. You know, so I was like, oh, all right, they must have some type of relationship where he knows her from, like, her covering fights in the past of his and shit. I'm not saying it would have been right then, but you know how people got those relationships and shit, you know, like where people, like, you know, they show people affection. I've seen men kiss women on the mouth that they know, like, what's up, guys? See you, like, you know, like, I've seen shit like that before, you know. And hell, even me, I've talked about it in the past. I've had a woman lie on me twice. That shit will fuck you up. Let me tell you, like, I got post-traumatic stress from that shit. But in this case, the fucking video. He's right there. He's laying a smack down in it. And if you're watching it, you know, I've been on my whole investigative journalist, you know, thing the last several months. I'm going into it. So, you know, I'm just looking like he was looking for the opportune time, like to go and look. So, once again, I don't think he's going to go to jail. I don't think they're pursuing jail. Want some money. He's probably going to be suspended like 6 months, can fuck up his whole IBF, mandatory for the biggest fight in boxing against Anthony Joshua. This guy has and then her being a boxing reporter, she knows that he's the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. So, of course, if she's smart, she want him to fight. Shit, and she get a piece. Kovalev in some fucked up shit, too. Some fucked up shit. But even if you're watching, you can see, like, yo, this shit don't look right, man. Like, why would he do that? Fucking dickhead.
Savages, the most bloodiest fights I've seen. How were you so able to stay so calm?
So, I'm so character, and
Now, watch his mannerisms and the way he's looking at her. Obviously, this is all, you know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like he was planning that shit. Like, yeah, he was like, well, checking her out. Oh, yeah, I want
was very good
some of
prepared. So long time. 2-3 months, and we do a very good tactic, strategy very good, and I was the best of my opponent, and normal.
Yeah, you're like a technical sound fighter. I mean, you're amazing to watch. So with that cut, when do you think
With the eye contact.
Back in the ring again?
Say again?
So with that cut, when do you think you'll be back again fighting?
Зеркалата проблеми
No problem. Just this is boxing, and this is sometimes it's normal. And I think my cutman was very good job.
It's gorgeous.
Work. And after that, I do it strong.
kissing
and
people.
I was more better.
Okay. So if Tyson Fury gets through Tom
I was her
Schwartz,
man,
do
I'd
you
be
think he should have a
pissed.
shot?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, come on, bro.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
And you know that will happen. Like people, when they are put in embarrassing situations, people will often smile. You know, that's like, you know, like if somebody gets caught in a lie, they smile. Or if somebody like fall, or like I motherfucking fell the other day. And like, no, it was yesterday. I motherfucking fell. And I got a bad ankle. Oh, well, I don't want to tell you a long ass story. But you'll be like, ha, 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 shit. You know? Like, what the fuck? All right? Let's get back to this.
Louder.
Oh, they're watching the video we just
Can you
watched.
make it louder, please?
Here, let me fast forward.
Executive officer of the California State.
So now listen. This is, you can tell where they're going with what she's about to start talking about in regards to, like, since this fight was sanctioned by the where did the fight take place at? In Cali, right? California State Athletic Commission. She's going by the rules, and basically he was governed, Kubrat Pulev, by the California State Athletic Commission, so therefore he was an employee. Like, you know what I'm saying.
This is a letter that I have just sent to Andy Foster, who is executive officer of the California State Athletic
You know who
Commission
Andy Foster is.
in Sacramento, California.
You've seen it before at the weigh-ins.
And this is what the letter states.
All
Dear Mr.
weigh-ins in
Foster,
Cali.
please be advised that our law firm represents Ms. Jenny Ravalo, a reporter
probably
from
was like, "What the
Vegas Sports
fuck?"
Daily. On March
When he got that
22nd,
letter?
2019, Ms. Ravalo conducted a pre-fight interview with boxer Kubrat Pulev in preparation for the March 23rd, 2019 boxing match in Costa Mesa, California, in which Mr. Pulev was a participant. Shortly after the conclusion of the March 23rd, 2019 boxing match, Ms. Ravalo conducted a post-fight interview of Mr. Pulev. During said interview, Mr. Pulev suddenly grabbed Ms. Ravalo's face and kissed her. Said assault was unwelcomed and unlawful. A video of said unwanted kissing was documented in a video that went viral and can be viewed by the commission. Following the post-fight interview, Ms. Ravalo walked to a nearby table to put items into her backpack. She alleges that at that time, Mr. Pulev, without Ms. Ravalo's consent, suddenly grabbed both of her buttocks and squeezed them.
Oh, my
and
God.
thereafter, Mr. Pulev walked away and laughed, leaving Ms. Ravalo.
So note, she's saying that there were two incidents. You know, the one that we seen that was recorded, and then what later at the after party, where she's saying that allegedly he grabbed her ass and looked at her like, haha, I got you again. Not saying that he said that, I'm just saying. You know, so it's like he just was like real comfortable, according to her. Way too comfortable.
Shock. Ms. Ravalo was at the March 23rd buttocks and squeezed them, and thereafter Mr. Pulev walked away and laughed, leaving Ms. Ravalo in shock. Ms. Ravalo was at the March 23rd, 2019 boxing event as a member of the press, covering the match in her professional capacity. Mr. Pulev's disgusting behavior towards her was unlawful and unprofessional. Business and Professions Code, Section 18602.1 states, this is California law, quote, protection of the public shall be the highest priority for the State Athletic Commission in exercising its license regulatory, and disciplinary functions. Whenever the protection of the public is inconsistent with other interests sought to be promoted, the protection of the public shall be paramount, end quote. Furthermore, CCR Section 390 states in part, quote, any licensee who violates the laws of the state of California or the rules of the Athletic Commission, or who conducts himself or herself at any time or place in a manner which is deemed by the Commission to reflect discredit to boxing, may have his or her license revoked or may be fined, suspended, or otherwise disciplined in such manner as the Commission may direct, end quote. Mr. Pulev's reprehensible conduct and battery described above violates California law as well as the rules of the Athletic Commission. We hereby request that the Commission conduct an immediate investigation into the serious allegations herein. It is my understanding that the next Commission meeting is set for May 14th, 2019 in Los Angeles. Pending said hearing, we request that Mr. Pulev's boxing license be suspended. We also respectfully request that the Commission place this issue and Mr. Pulev's conduct on the agenda of the May 14th, 2019 hearing, and that Ms. Ravalo and I be permitted to testify on that issue before the Commission at that hearing.
Oh, they after his license.
We appreciate your attention to this matter, and we look forward to your response. Very truly yours, Gloria Allred, Morocco, and Goldberg.
You know, just threw a whole monkey wrench in the heavyweight division plans, because if he gets suspended, then the his IBF title shot is done. Might as well say his IBF title. IBF title shot is done. IBF going to be held up. Who's the next in line for the IBF? Shit, let's go check that out real quick. Just real quick. Damn, Pulev, why would you do something like that? Oh, fucker. Weird, man. I understand culturally he probably that shit cool where he from or whatever. Damn, Ajit Kabiel will be ordered to fight Adam. Ooh. That IBF mandatory gotta happen. Somebody better rush and go sign up Ajit Kabiel. Somebody who got him. Somebody better do it. I don't think they're going to order. They probably going to have to order Kabiel versus Adam Konoski. Ooh, for the IBF eliminator. Ooh. So that means the WBO's got to be next. Oh, man, shit is heating up. Too bad we don't have enough time to talk about all this. This video is already 18 minutes long. Here, let me skim through this a little bit more and see if there's any more crazy shit in here that they talk about. We'll be right back. I'm going to pause this for a minute.
Than the term acquaintance.
This whole incident is kind of bringing up the question of sexual harassment on the job or any other places where someone has not given consent. How would you say somebody should take action if this were to happen to them? Because yes, him alleging, to all of his followers, to the public, hey, we were friends, she even met us afterwards. We've heard your response to that, but she met us afterwards. You can't understand how that could give off the, well, why would she go there after? Is there any type of comment you can give? Like, how should people draw the line between friends, acquaintances, this is work, and then what should they do if that line is crossed?
Well, even if it were a situation where she was his friend, which she was not, he would still need to ask permission to kiss her on the lips. That's an intimate type of activity. And a woman has a right to consent or to say no. She was there doing her job. This is interfering with her professional responsibility. And it's humiliating to her, it's degrading to her, it's treating her not as a reporter doing her job, but as someone who he can just decide to do whatever he wants to do with whenever he wants to do it. It's not appropriate. It certainly causes a lack of respect for boxers And that's why I think it needs to be brought to the attention of the State Athletic Commission. But no, a woman has a right to say yes or no, and a man needs to ask.
That's the point. You know what a big sticking point is? They're going to be like, well, then why did you go to the after party if he was so upset? You know? So you can see right there that they're not asking for him to, to go to jail. They're asking for him to be suspended. Then they can say, well, he was suspended, so that shows right there that he was wrong. And the commission, they'll have that commission to back them up to go forward with the lawsuit. That's why they want to be there to testify and say, look, we testify in front of the commission. When the commission heard the story and they suspended him, and that's when they're going to go after financial compensation. It's crazy. Crazy world. It's like this. Like I said earlier in the video, he shouldn't have did it. But there's questions now about, like, she called Gloria Allred herself. And it's like, who told you to do that? But whatever. I'm done with this video. It's fucked up. But Pulev. What's more concerning to me is about what she's saying happened at, like, the after party. We grabbed her ass and shit. Now, of course, you're kissing her on the mouth, and people can, kind of, twist that to be like, well, it's a cultural thing, and, I was just so happy, like they were showing. But then when you grab an ass, that's straight, grab ass, and that's straight sexual, You can't say, oh, it's like a friendly type shit, It's no friendly ass grabbing. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.